ריטה קוגן, תשמעו את הסיפור הזה. בזמן שמרקו קוסקס רוכב על האופניים שלו בתל אביב, לגמרי אלמוני פה, חצי צרפת מדברת עליו, לפחות כל עולם התרבות והספרות. זה הסיפור. קוסקס הוא סופר יהודי צרפתי ממוצא טוניסאי. לפני 7 שנים הוא עשה עלייה, חי בתל אביב, אבל ממשיך לכתוב צרפתית. הוא כבר פרסם 15 ספרים. את הספר האחרון שלו, כל הוצאות הספרים הצרפתיות דחו. אז הוא הוציא אותו בהוצאה עצמית. ועכשיו, הספר הזה מועמד לאחד הפרסים הספרותיים הכי יוקרתיים בצרפת, הרנודו, אם אני אומר את השם נכון, וזו רק התחלת הסיפור. יש לו המשך יותר מעניין אפילו. שלום, מרקו.
שלום.
Well, two Israelis sitting in Tel Aviv talking in English. That's a nice beginning for a story. I say it because I know that this is not your native language, English, and as a writer, you would have liked to have it in France.
אני לא יוכל לדבר צרפתית, עברית, על קונספטים או משהו.
So we'll do it in English.
Okay.
The book tells the story of a band of Jewish from France, Jewish people from France, making aliyah, and then it's a thriller.
And then it's a thriller. Yes, it starts like a love story, a disillusion of a girl who arrived, a French girl who arrives from Jerusalem. She always lived in Jerusalem, but she's French. And she comes to Tel Aviv to reach her lover. But she's delayed by an attempt in Jerusalem. She escaped, and she arrived the day after, and he is with another woman.
All right.
That's the disillusion.
Okay, okay. And are these people, the people that you write about, are these people that feel at home in Israel, or are they outsiders after many years here?
I think that we feel at home in Tel Aviv anyway.
Do you feel at home in Tel Aviv, you yourself?
Yes, of course. Yeah. I'm happy to go back to Tel Aviv when I come from France. When I go to France, I'm in a hurry to come back to Tel Aviv. It's my city now.
So tell me, you're a well-published author. How come no publisher in France wanted to publish your last book? What's your explanation?
There is a lot of hypotheses. Maybe they are tired of me.
Okay.
I'm here
tired
since,
of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm here since 40 years. Okay, it's okay, fed up. Maybe there is another hypothesis. Maybe I thought that the book was not good. But I saw that the people who read it loved it. So I thought that there was a third hypothesis. Maybe there is a problem with Israel in France.
Because of the fact that you're Israeli now, or maybe
no, because I'm French and I left France because of the anti-Semitism, and I came to Israel, like 1,000 Jewish from France. So maybe if you start to tell this story, you have to say, why do they go? Why do they leave France? And the French power don't want to talk about that.
When you left France coming to Israel, you published an article that was widely read, saying that, asking whether it is possible to be a Jewish writer in France. And I think your answer was no.
Well, the real question is, can you be a Jewish writer and love Israel and not criticize Israel? Is it possible in France or no? And this option is no. The option to love Israel, it's impossible in France nowadays.
I see. But then the practical reason making you come here was your son.
Oh, yes.
The concrete reason,
yes,
right?
Yes. It's a very funny story. It was my son had a teenager crisis, religious teenager crisis.
How old was he at the time?
He was 16 years
17,
old
right.
when he arrived in Israel alone. And I felt that he didn't feel good. He was in a terrible crisis. So I decided to make my alia, because my own place in the literary life in Paris was thin and thin and thin and thin.
But then you came here because of your son.
Yes.
And then your son left.
And my son left, yes. Yes, he left because at this age, people change very quickly.
And you stayed?
And I stayed because it was my place.
Where do you live in Tel Aviv? Where do you stay?
In Florentine.
In Florentine, the south.
And the book, in my book, Florentine and Tel Aviv, is the main character of the book. The paper in Le Point about the book, who really start all the story with the medias, tells that, like Berlin was the city of Isherwood, Dublin of Joyce, Tel Aviv of Koskas. It's very, very
flattering.
Flattering.
But now there are many people and establishments in France that say you shouldn't be nominee.
Not in the establishment, in the bookstores.
Why?
Because Amazon, Amazon, they say that Amazon is killing them. So I participate to the
in killing
the bookstores.
The bookstores.
But it's not fair, because they want me out of this prize, out of the selection, out of the list, even the long list, and that's not fair.
But you're in eventually. You're in. They wanted you out, but you're in right now.
Yes, I'm in, and there is a next list.
A short list.
Yes, a short list on the October 3rd, and we will see if they succeed or no.
What do you think?
You know, in the jury, the jury is only writers, and I suppose that they don't like too much to be commended by
the
bookstores or anyone.
Yeah, and I understand that this story, a big story in France, an Israeli author and journalist, Dov Alfon, published the story, and now many people in Israel know about you. Is it right?
Yes.
Did things change after this publication?
Well, when I arrived in Israel at the Mitzvah Klita, they gave me money to translate one text of mine.
Yeah.
And so I translated a play. And this play is now in Hebrew. And the Hebrew that I know, I learned in my own words. And
by reading the play.
Yeah. I think to something very important. I want Itzik Cohen, the Captain Ayub of Fauda, as main character of my play. And I call him, please call me, because I need him. I want him in my play.
Let me do it again. Itzik Cohen.
Itzik Cohen.
בני בבקשה למרקו קוסקס, יש לו תפקיד טוב בשבילך. הסיפור הזה רק הולך ומשתבח מרגע לרגע. Let me tell you a secret. He's a neighbor of mine.
Yeah?
Yes, he is. He is, yes.
You're
I'll talk to him
lucky
today.
Man.
Okay, we'll see, and I wish you all the best with this prize.
Thank you very much.
And going to France and winning this prestigious prize, Renaudot.
Thank you very much.
Marco Koskas, thank you very much. Thank you.
I thank you.